Yes, yes, yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Yeah, damn, we are live. I said it before. I got the notification to let us know what was happening. But we are live. It's official. It's the wrap up, tap up, wrap up. Let me turn myself up in the cans. 1 2 1 2. Live and direct to you. It's the rdcr. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. We're not messing around. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Hold on, let me adjust my levels. Let me turn up my levels. Let's adjust that. Turn that down. Let's get the screen right. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully you should be able to see that now. Okay, better still. Okay. First things first, let's get what we're going to be talking about today. Well, football. It's the World Cup for those who don't know, for anybody sleeping under a rock. It's the World Cup over there in Qatar. Qatar, how you pronounce that? And Brazil have just done their thing. What's this kid's name? Ronaldson. So we're gonna have to acknowledge that. Brazil, one of the favorites who they're talking about is the favorites. They're talking about Brazil. They're talking about France and Brazil, as I understand it. So we're going to have to tip our hat to Brazil, who just took care of Serbia 2-0. I caught the second half. You know, Rafi don't watch football like he did in the old days, but, you know, it's the World Cup. It's the World Cup. What do you expect me to do? I can't ignore it. So I caught the second half. And, of course, we got boxing on the weekend. We got Chisora versus Franklin. Hold on a sec. Let me pull up the fixtures. I don't want to talk off the top of my head. Let's get the actual fights. Let's get the fixtures. Okay, we got Progress versus Apida. We got White versus Franklin. We got Parker versus Ryder. Okay, so Parker versus Ryder. I don't think we talked about that on a Monday. We're going to have a little looky. At that today. Let me take a sip of my drink. Okay, what else we doing? Okay, first things first. That's the basic outline. Oh, yeah, did I mention Fury versus Chisora PPV Outrage? Did I mention that? Okay, well, we're looking at that too. And some other stuff. It's going to be action-packed. Remember, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Hold on a second. How rude of me. Let me drop the link in the chat ASAP. Because we're not messing around. All right, first things first, before I do the register, let's do the sound check. Let's see how I'm sounding. Let's make sure that my mic sounds right. My mic sounds nice. Un momento, mami, slow your tempo. Hold on, let's do this. I hope you enjoy the music, by the way. I hope the tempos, I hope the levels are good. We're about to find out. OMG. Okay. Let's kill the music for a moment and let's get into it. Okay. Not a long time. Hold on a second. No, music is low. I can bring that up just a fraction. Okay. Okay, I think that's better. Let's do another sound check. I don't want you missing out. Don't you missing out. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's listen. What's going on? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's listen. Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Remember that tune, Get the Balance Right. Get the balance right. Get the balance right. Okay. I think the balance is good. Who we got in here? We got the H Money passing through, showing some love and appreciation to the rdcr. Oh, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. We got to do a proper ring. Hold on. There we go. Far more respectable. The H Money. That's the H Money. How do you do? We got the Aaron Daly up in the building. If you're in here, get your name in the chat. Get your name in the chat. We're doing the register. We're doing the register. Aaron Daly up in the building. How you doing, Aaron? Then we got the Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more up in the building. Okay, and I'm sure people will filter in as and when they feel they're ready to put their name up in the chat. Okay, so no delay, no messing around. You know the World Cup's on. We gotta tip our hat to the World Cup. I don't know if Bruce Gas is into the soccer. I'm probably more of a baseball guy. More baseball than American football, but we're into real football, Bruce. We're into real football. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? Christian NWO. Fury Chisora is definitely more PPV worthy than Fury White. Fury Chisora is more PPV worthy than Fury White. Well, you're gonna have to need to break that. You're gonna need to break that down for me because White was higher ranking than Chisora. Yeah, so the fight turned out to be a damp squid. Fury Chisora. Fury White turned out to be a damp squid. Yes, but we didn't know that before, did we? We didn't know that going into the fight, did we? And we're saying more PPV worthy. Well, how can you say that when you haven't had the fight? What happens if you get started within 3 rounds? What are you talking about? Come on now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Bruce Gas is just into the boxing and jazz. He's just into boxing and jazz. And Bruce, I want to tell you one of your favorite films. Tell me if I'm wrong. Rafi's going to use his psychic ability. Tell me if I'm wrong. All right, Franklin, that's a good question. We're going to get to that in a second. Hold on, I just had a notification. Hold on. Let me see what this is. Yeah, okay, that's good. Excellente, marveloso. So since you're into your jazz, I'm getting a feeling that one of your favorite films is Play Misty for Me. Tell me if I'm wrong. Starring Clint Eastwood. Play Misty for Me. It's one of your favorite films, Bruce. Rafi has these moments, these psychic moments. Tell me if I'm wrong. Big weekend for boxing. Absolutely. We're looking to breeze through them cards, touched on them on Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah. Or is it today? Thursday. We're going to touch up on them cards. Okay. What do I think of White versus Franklin? That's a good question. We're going to be talking about that. Very, very shortly. Isn't even my favorite thing. Rafi's psychic ability was a bit off this time. Well, I tell you what, I love that film. That is one of my favorite Eastwood films. One of my other favorite Eastwood films, Dirty Harry. I can't remember if it's Dirty Harry 1 or 2. But yeah, one of them Dirty Harry films. One of them Dirty Harry films. One of my favorite Eastwood films. Play Misty for Me and Dirty Harry. Into my life. I was an all-night DJ at one point in my life. I got that feeling, Bruce. I got that feeling. That's what made me say it. I got that DJ vibe. I got that DJ vibe from you, Bruce. I got that DJ vibe. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? White versus Franklin. What do I think of White versus Franklin? Well, you know, I don't know if you saw the weigh-in, but it got a little bit heated. Somebody tipped me off. It got a bit heated. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is still the best film of all time. Well, it's not my best film of all time, but The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, that's a good call. That's a good shout. That's a very good shout. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Yeah, I write that. Was Eastwood in The Dirty Dozen? That's one of my favorite action movies. The original one. When I say a film, I'm always talking about the original. The original Dirty Dozen. It was in that film. Heartbreak Ridge. I can't remember that one. The Dirty Dozen. Let me bring that up. The Dirty Dozen. 1967. Oh, Eastwood wasn't in that. You had Lee Marvin. Hold on, let me share the screen. Why am I being so selfish? It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Let's have a look at The Dirty Dozen. You see that? Not very well. Let's blow it up. Okay. The Dirty Dozen. Hasn't crossed my mind in years. Okay, Lee Marvin. Remember Lee Marvin? I was born under one twin star. Yeah. Charles Bronson. Damn. Oh, if we're going to talk about films, then we can't mention films and not mention The Mechanic. Who remembers the original Mechanic? Damn. Made you want to go out there and be a hitman. The original Mechanic. OMG. Mechanic. Damn. Hold on a sec. Let's have a look. The Unforgiven. Now that was a Western. That was a Western film, wasn't it? Yeah. I vaguely remember that, but not clearly. I think that was a good film. I'll look that up in a second. Tone up in the building. Okay. Where are we? Lee Marvin, Charles Bronson. We're talking about The Dirty Dozen. One of Rafi's favorite films. I ain't seen it in years, but I remember it. The original. No copy, no carbon. You know, Rafi don't like copies. John Cassavetes, however you pronounce that. I like this cat. He was he had a weird vibe to him. Like he could have been a real life serial killer. He was sneaky, kind of movement. He had a movement about him that you just couldn't trust. You know what I'm saying? Telly Savalas, of course, Kojak, Ernest Burgoyne. Remember Ernest Burgoyne? And then back in them Western, I think he used to be in a lot of Westerns. Donald Sutherland. He was in another great film. What was that film he was in with Julie Christie? Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie. It had a very intimate scene in it. It was an awesome film. What was that film called? Donald Sutherland. That's another great film. Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie. Don't Look Now. OMG. Don't Look Now. What a classic. What a classic film. Donald Sutherland, Julie Christie. Don't Look Now. Where is it? Anybody who hasn't seen that film, but yeah, you're a film buff, hang your head in shame and go check it out. Don't Look Now. What a film. What a film. Incredible. Incredible. A very intimate scene in there. Julie Christie, what a babe. What a babe she was in her day. I mean, is she still alive? Is she still alive? Heartbreak Ridge, Heartbreak Ridge, The Unforgiven. Eastwood's not in it. All about Claude Aiken. Don't forget about The Mechanic. Jean-Michel Vincent was in there as well. The Mechanic, the original Mechanic, yeah. But the Mechanic himself was Charles Bronson. Jean-Michel Vincent was his apprentice, the Mechanic's apprentice. Yeah, well remembered, Tone. Force 10 from Navarone. Dang, you're getting deep. You're getting deep now. Unforgiven. Yeah, Unforgiven. Clute, yeah. Donald Sutherland, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember it. But Donald Sutherland was in some of them horror films. Some of them horror films back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Sinister stuff. But you don't get much more sinister than Don't Look Now. What a film. What a movie. What a movie. Cal L up in the building. Space Jam. Salute to the Combat Radio Nation. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and of course the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. What's going on? 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 Boom. Yan King up in the building. Oh, High Plains Drifter. That's a good one. That's a good one. The High Plains Drifter. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one I got mixed up with what else was there? There's another film. But High Plains Drifter, yeah. High Plains Drifter, a few dollars more, a fistful of dollars, all of them shiznicks. All of them shiznicks. All of them shiznicks. Yes, absolutely more. But Don't Look Now, Julie Christie. I know you cats are gone quiet. You don't remember it. It's a classic. Beautiful film. Kind of sinister, kind of eerie. Old film, old movie, but classic piece of, what do you call it? Cinematography. What are we looking at? Classic films. High Plains Drifter, 1973. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the cast of characters. Hold on. Let's share this thing. Let's share this shiznicks. What are we looking at here? I remember this cat, Jeffrey Lewis. Remember Jeffrey Lewis? He was always like a shifty cat with the top lip sweating. I don't remember Jack Ging. Don't really remember him that much. Vaguely. Billy Curtis, little short guy, kind of vaguely remember him. Mariana Hill. Not really. Verna Bloom. Oh, she was playing a nun. I guess no doubt Clint deflowered the nun. OMG. Tried to do a Raffy. And of course, Clint Eastwood himself. Up in there. High Plains Drifter. American Western director, all directed by Clint, written by Ernest Tidyman. What was the synopsis? Is Clint Eastwood a ghost in High Plains Drifter? What's the point of High Plains Drifter? Yeah, what is it? Which also stars Eastwood tells a story about revenge. Yeah, I remember this film. Revenge and retribution for a man who was wronged by the people he was sworn. That's a good film. That is a great film. I remember it now. When I read the synopsis. Yeah, he took his revenge one by one. That is a film well worth rewatching. Classic film. Classic film, Babylon. Anybody who ain't seen Babylon, they want to know about the black experience back in the Disney, let's say, the 70s? Then that's the film you want to see, Babylon, with Brinsley Forward of Aswad. Let me pull that one up. Babylon. Oh, you know what? Babylon comes up as a 2022 film. No, original movie, Babylon. Where's the pictures? Okay, we're getting there now, slowly. Babylon, original movie. Oh Lord. Just search it. Search for it. Ain't gonna do it that way. Oh Lord, no. Babylon original movie. Go for it. Copy and paste. Copy. Get out of there. Let's go again. Babylon, original movie. Yes, this is more like it. Hold on. The black experience in 70s England, 70s London. Hell of a film. Kind of funny as well, kind of comedic, but serious at the same time. Where's Brinsley Ford? Yeah. You got Trevor Laird. Funny film. Brinsley Ford. Carl Howman. What did Carl Howman star in later on? What is it? He starred as a painter in this comedy series. Painter and decorator. Can't remember the name of it. Back in the day. Archie Poole. Isn't that Brinsley Ford? That was like Brinsley Ford 2 times. That was like, it could be Archie Poole. Who the hell's Archie Poole? I don't know. Anne Duncan, Beverly, Dublin. That was a classic. Babylon. What's going on? Let's have a look. Any Which Way But Loose, I remember that. I don't know if that was a great one. That was a film. Was it a great one, though? Was it a great one? $1 Million Babe. Never seen that one. Babylon was set in London. Hell of a good film. The Long Good Friday. I watched that, but I don't know. It didn't touch me. Did I watch the whole of it? It seemed a bit too slow for me. I didn't get into it. I know it's supposed to be a classic, but I didn't get into it. I don't know if I watched the whole thing. I was watching it on TV. I think I turned it off. I didn't get into it. It's too slow. Way too slow. Too slow. Every Which Way But Loose. That was a film. Was it a great one? Not sure. Honky Tonk Man. I can't say I remember that one. Beefy. Hey. Oh, hold on. Everybody's talking about great Clint Eastwood films, but yet you missed out one of the best. You missed out one of the best. Was it Thunderbolt and Lightfoot? Was it Thunderbolt and Lightfoot? That was one of the best. That was one of the best without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, if that exists, if that's what it was called. No two ways about it. Scum. I saw it, but I didn't get into it. I think that's another one that I don't know. I think I turned that off. Yeah, that's it. Jack from Brushstrokes. That's the one. Jacko from Brushstrokes. Lucky number 7 or 7. Lucky number 7, 7, or just 7. Yeah, I think I've seen that film. Yeah, that's a good film. But I think it was called Lucky Number 7, if you think about the same one, if I'm talking about the same one. Oh, okay. Archie Poole, okay. Sugar Hill Diary Pennant comes in, as per usual, comes in left field talking about something totally different to what we're talking about. That's what you gotta love a Diary Pennant. You gotta love a Diary Pennant. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Eastwood and Jeff Bridges. Yo, that's one of my favorite Eastwood films for sure. And one of my favorite films of all time. Well, full stop. It's got definitely my top 100. Definitely my top 100. I don't know why we're talking about Eastwood films though. Something happened. Oh, Play Misty for Me. Play Misty for Me. Yeah, that's what started it. That's what started it. Philip Roberts up in the building. The Harder They Come. Good movie. What are we talking about? We're talking about Jimmy Cliff, the Jimmy Cliff film. Or then you'd have to say Smile Orange. In that genre of Jamaican films, then you have to say Smile Orange. Smile Orange. Dead Man's Shoes. No, never seen that. Or is that an English film? Is that an English film? As far as the comedy goes, you got to give it up to Ace Ventura. No question about it. That's a great film. Great comedy film. What other? Dumb and Dumber. As far as one of the greatest films of all times, I have to have it down as D-U-M-B and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber. That's got to be my top 10. That's got to be in my top 10. Smile Orange is in the same. It's a Jamaican kind of comedy film. Old, but brilliant. What happened to the Eastwood films? Yeah. We branched out. Yo, that's a good film. That's a very good film. That's a highly entertaining film. I think I watched that about 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I think I got it on DVD. DVD. DVDs are almost they're passe now. When you say DVD, it's like, what? DVD? My favorite Jamaican film movie is Smile Orange. Yes. I ain't watched it for years, but definitely. The Lunatic. Yeah, I ain't seen The Lunatic. Dumb and Dumber, one of the best ever. Stir Crazy, classic. What is that? We're talking about who's the director of Clockwork Orange. Was he the director of What's that film? What was that weird film that Tom Cruise started with his missus? Some secret societies and shizlicks. I think the same guy who did Clockwork Orange did that film too. Yeah, them weird films. Clockwork Orange, The Shining. Barry Lyndon. I don't know about that film, if that's a film. Pulp Fiction, great film. The Django Unchained. Or the Django, I don't know. The Django, that's got some weird undertones. I never watched it myself. The Django, I think that's got some weird undertones. Pulp Fiction, yeah, absolutely. Jackie Brown was a great film, but he had too much Stanley Kubrick. He had too much derogatory terms in there. Had too many N words. Had N word in there on Machine Gun Fire, which I didn't appreciate. So that I marked down Jackie Brown for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's unfortunate. Eyes Wide Shut is the film I was talking about. Secret societies. And the older you get, the more you realize that them secret societies are actually real. You know, when you look at what's that cat's name? Who had the island? Who had the island with the gals? The island with the underage gals. What's that cat's name? Jackie Brown. I like that movie, but there's too much N-word in there on repeat on Machine Gun Fire, so that kind of spoiled my enjoyment. But if you edited out all the N-words in there, then I'd enjoy that. Yeah. What was that film? What's that cat who just? What's that cat with the island? Epstein. And when you actually look into it and realize, look into it and realize and understand that, you know, them secret societies are for real. They really do exist. You know, with that people like Epstein hiding in plain sight. Yeah, not Branson. I don't think he's in any secret society. He's just had a rich dad who was in high society, and that gave Branson a leg up. As for the Epstein guy, he just came out. Jeffrey Epstein, I could do a whole show about that cat. Now that cat is connected to. There's a cat who Victoria's Secrets. There's a cat who owns Victoria's Secrets, and that cat basically bankrolled Jeffrey Epstein. Don't even know if I should say his name. Don't even know if I should be saying his name like that. I could find it in the algorithm and kind of cause problems. You know what I'm saying? That guy basically bankrolled Jeffrey Epstein. Talking about ripping movies. Dead men don't wear plaid. Plaid? Is that how you spell plaid? I don't think that's how you spell plaid. How you spell plaid? Dead men don't wear plaid. Okay, hold on. Let me copy that and let me post it up in there. It'll come out properly. Dead men don't wear plaid for real. Oh, I knew there was an I in there. Where's this paste? Dang, the hell? Let's do it like that then. See how that's gonna come out. Dang. Dead men don't wear plaid. Noir. You know what noir means? Noir, dark, black, mystery, noir. Can't remember that. I can't remember it. Might be a bit before my time, Adari. 1988. No, that wasn't before my time. Dead men don't wear plaid. What's that cat's name? That funny cat. Steve Martin. It's a funny film. That's a damn funny film. Steve Martin. Dead men don't wear plaid. Hold on, let me pull up the thing. You see that? Can you see that? There it is. There it is. Epstein Island. Yeah. He was bankrolled by the geezer who owns Victoria's Secrets. And Epstein, Jewish fella, had links with Robert Maxwell, the shady British newspaper tycoon who robbed his workers of their pension fund, decimated their pension fund. He ran the Mirror Group in the UK. Shady character who had links with the Israeli Secret Services, Mossad. OMG. Rafi getting deep with it. Rafi getting deep with it tonight. OMG. I don't want to cancel me like they did Kanye West. I don't want to cancel me like they did Yeezy. Yee. And what's the other guy who they cancelled? Some basketball cat. Kyle Irving. Cancelled him. You can't say nothing. Can't say nothing if it's not complimentary, but hey, Rafi's just here to tell the truth. I'm just tickling it. I ain't even getting to the heart of it. I'm just tickling the edges. You know what I mean? So don't try and cancel me like you canceled the Easy. The Jerk, absolute classic. Don't try to cancel me like you did Yeezy. Like you're trying to cancel the basketball cat. You know what I mean? So, this Epstein cat, he was basically a blackmailer. He was working with the Israelis, the Israeli Secret Service, Mossad, same people who killed. Damn, Rafi getting deep into it. Same people who killed. I just said his name. The Mirror Group, head of the Mirror Group, Maxwell. Yeah. So he was working for them. He was being bankrolled by other rich Jewish people. And Epstein's role was to get people in compromising positions, get him to his mansion, which was wired for sound and vision, capture them in the private quarters, supposedly private quarters in his mansion or his boat or wherever, and have stuff on them, have tape on them, compromising positions. Then he's got the dirt on him. Then they got to play ball with him. Literally play ball with him. You know what I mean? So that's how they got down. Had to keep his mouth shut. But then, messed around. He played around with one too many young'uns. And eventually he became too high profile for doing the wrong things. And even though he was working for the Israeli Secret Service, he had become a liability. And as a result, Jeffrey Epstein became expendable. And y'all know y'all know what happened next. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Yeah. There we go. 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 Okay. So we went from movies. Started off with Clint Eastwood. Went into movies in general. And then we ended up with Jeffrey Epstein and his activities. Jeffrey Epstein and his activities. They're about 40 minutes in. We're 40 minutes deep, but we're not doing a long one. We're not doing a long one. You know what I mean? We're not doing a long one, so it's all good. We haven't talked any boxing yet. Yes. Leon Figures up in the building. We started off talking about Clint Eastwood and the best Clint Eastwood films. Then we went into the best films in general, some of our favorite films, which I'd have to include The Matrix. I'd have to include what's the one there Denzel Washington played the cop? What's that film where Denzel Washington played the cop? Bit of a dirty cop too. Didn't he win an Oscar for that one? Pretty sure I had that film on video. Let me look it up. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington. Hold on. Yeah, Denzel Washington movies. Training Day. Come on now. How could I not even remember that? Training Day. Damn. Training Day. What a hell of a film. Most of these films I ain't watched. But Training Day, hell of a movie. So it went from Clint Eastwood to Clint Eastwood films to favorite films in general. And then somehow we found our way talking about the Israeli Secret Service, Epstein, the Mossad, and the high-powered Jewish people who funded Epstein. They made Epstein to be out some kind of genius, some kind of financial whiz. He wasn't no genius. He wasn't no whiz. He was a front man. You get rich, influential people, and his job was to wine and dine rich, influential people. Wexler. I think there's a guy called Wexler, a Jewish fella, who owns Victoria's Secrets. He in particular bankrolled Epstein. And you know that $60 million townhouse that he had in New York, yeah, by the Central Park, yeah, that was pretty much damn near given to him by the owner of Victoria's Secrets, some cat called Wexler. Banners. Wexler, Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein. Spelled right? I spelled that right? Okay. Not scrolling though. I think we're just showing. Don't know if we're scrolling. I think we're showing. Or maybe I should scroll. Maybe we should have that as a scroller. Yeah. Okay. Wexler set him up. Carbon copy. Never seen that one. There you go. Carbon copy. Interesting. Yeah, so set him up, and Epstein's job was to entice, mingle, infiltrate, finagle, compromise big names for the Israeli Secret Service. Get them in the mansion, hook them up with a chick or two. Let them get the freak on in a room that's supposed to be private, but of course it's wired. Sound and vision. That was his job, compromise people. So that they can be of use. They can be of use to the state. They will be malleable to the state. They will be amenable to helping the state. Oh yeah, how do we get here? How do we get here? Because he was talking about the secret societies. That's right, secret societies. Stanley Kubrick. Eyes wide shut. Damn. Talk about spider diagrams of spider diagrams. That's incredible, son. That's incredible, son. Secret societies. Secret societies. Okay, time for a poll. Let's do this. It's what is this? No, doing a poll. Slightly different show tonight, but you know it's the wrap up, tap up, wrap up. So that gives me carte blanche to talk about anything and everything. That's the beauty of the wrap up, tap up, wrap up. You can do a poll now. Do you believe that highly secret, that high powered secret societies exist? High powered. Believe. Do you believe? Do you believe that high-powered secret societies exist? I'm going to add an option. Boom. Okay, the poll is up. Do you believe that high-powered secret societies exist? Get your votes in. Get your votes in. This is the wrap up, tap up, wrap up show. And unscripted talk about everything. That's the remit. That's my remit. Get your votes in. The poll is up now. Get your votes in. Where is it? There it is. Get your votes in. Okay. So, high-powered secret societies. You know about the Freemasons. They're real. Interesting case. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let's drop that down. Let's drop that out. Let's Let's talk about them for a second. Let's talk about them for a second. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Boom. There it is. There it is. Where else? Where else? Where else we at? Where else we at? Get your votes in. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Okay. Okay. Let's get out of that. Let's get this up on the screen. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so secret societies. Right, so an example of a secret of a fella with secret societies connections is a cat by the name of Kennethnoye. Now, Kennethnoye, as you've seen in the picture here, seen in the pictures, he was he was well-known high-powered criminal. You know, high level, dealt with $1 million deals. He was allegedly the guy who was the chief smelter for the Brinks Mat robbery, the Brinks Mat job, where millions, tens of millions worth of gold bullion was stolen from a depot. Brinks Mat robbery. Brinks Mat robbery. Okay, so the Brinks Mat robbery. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. The Brinks Mat robbery occurred at the Heathrow International Trading Estate, London, United Kingdom, in 1983. 26 million, which is today's equivalent of 93.3 million worth of gold bullion, diamonds, and cash was stolen from the warehouse. The bullion was the property of Johnson Matthey Bankers Limited, which collapsed the following year after making large loans to fraudsters and insolvent firms. 2 men were convicted and the majority of the gold has never been recovered. Insurers, Lloyd's of London, paid out for losses, and several shooting deaths have been linked to the case. Okay, so one of the head men, one of the chief men, one of the chief smelters, allegedly, well, I think he was found guilty, was he not? So yeah, was Kennethnoye, as seen pictured here. Okay, so he was notorious. Kennethnoye was notorious before that because, was it before that? No. He was notorious because a couple of police officers working undercover, trying to crack the case, were on his property without a search warrant. They were trying to get some undercover surveillance on him in his property. It was a bit strange because he had 2 Rottweilers, which, as you will know, they're very large dogs, guard dogs of choice. And the they heard something. They went to investigate, and they found a cop. They found a cop in plain clothes on the property. They alerted Kenneth Noye, who was at home with a friend, and Kenneth Noye came out with a large kitchen knife and took the life of the undercover cop. Big old dogs. Took the life of the undercover cop, El Cortez, up in the building. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that share button, and hit the poll. Do the poll in the chat. So Kenneth Noye ended the life of the cop, the undercover cop, plainclothes cop, and with a large kitchen knife. So when he went to court, the cops thought it's surefire he'd get found guilty. Kenneth Noye went to trial, and he said he was scared. He was scared. I didn't know it was. I was scared. I didn't know it was. Unbelievably enough, the jury found Kenneth Noye innocent. Incredible. Okay, so, but they found him guilty of being involved in melting. Yeah, well, I find it hard to believe it's self-defense when the other guy wasn't armed. And you got two Rottweilers with you on your grounds, and you stabbed him 10 times. I don't think shanking somebody 10 times could be unarmed person 10 times could be self-defense. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's what they find him. You agree, innocent? Shanking somebody 10 times is self-defense? Well, anyway, I disagree, but the jury agreed with him. And they found him innocent. Okay, cool. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button. Why question something that has factual proof? Well, are you suggesting that I'm questioning something that has factual proof? Well, it's not factual that it was self-defense. What is factual is that it was found innocent on the grounds of self-defense. But that doesn't make it factual that it was self-defense. In fact, but it's a good point that you make. And in fact, we're going to go on to show that Kenneth Noye had a habit of killing people with knives. Okay, we be patient. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and hit the button in the poll. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, a poll. Okay. I got you. Not that the poll that's up. Okay. Well, hold on a second. No. I mean, people are going to question things because they don't know it to be factual. They don't know it to be factual. If you know something to be factual, then that's cool. But not everybody's going to know something to be factual. So obviously, it has to be questioned, and it has to be established whether it's factual or not. But that's my counter argument. Anyway, we continue. So, okay, Kenneth Noye did get found guilty for being involved in the smelting of the gold bullion. Got found guilty for that, so he did get jailed for that. Fine. But then Kenneth Noye comes out. Kenneth Noye comes out, and he wasn't out for long. I think he did 10 years, something like 10 years. And he wasn't out for long until he got into an incident whilst driving. And he got into an altercation. He jumped out of his car. The other guy jumped out of his car. The other guy was younger, fitter. And Kenneth Noye started to come off second best. Started to get a little bit of a pace in. Kenneth Noye marched back to his car, pulls out a shank, returns to the man, shanks him up. How many times did he shank him? Once or twice? I think he got him in the heart, and the geezer perished. Kenneth Noye. What was the fella's name? What was the fella's name? Well, he did it twice. So the first time you're saying you agree, and the second time you're calling him a coward. Come on, brother. Which one is it, brother? Because he did the same thing two times. Road Rage. Road Rage spotted with a flash new 50k Merc with a top speed of one just days after we revealed he'd been locked up. He's been locked up for speeding? That man. Yeah. That was in 1996. It was in 1996. Okay. Okay, that's Kenneth Noye today. He's in his 70s now. Just been released not long ago from prison. I think it was this year. It was this year. How many years did he serve? Loads. Loads of years. Loads of years. Kenneth Noye. Road Rage murder. More options. I don't agree. Reject all. Save and exit. Get out of here. Self-defense. Self-defense. Looks like murder to me, but I hear what you're saying. Didn't break into his yard, climbed over, but yeah, they breached his security. Yeah. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Let's where is this cat? No, we don't want Putin. We're not talking about Putin. What the hell? Daily Star. Jeez, holy macaroni, reject. Okay. While I'm talking about Kenny Noye, why did I start talking about Kenny Noye? Yeah. When was that? After he did the job or before he did the job? Maybe he had a premonition. I doubt that story, by the way, Tone. I doubt that. I'm assuming you're joking. Okay, so Kenneth Noye was reputed to have been in a secret society. What do you call them? The Masons? The Masons. Freemasons. Secret society. And it is alleged, it is known that Kenneth Noye, he had strong links in people in high places. Officers of the law, police officers, high-ranking detectives, inspectors, and what have you. And Kenneth Noye is an example. That's why allegedly certain crimes that he was alleged to have committed didn't even get tried for, swept under the carpet because of his connections with people in high places. You know, it could slip a bomb, keep them sweet. Freemasons. And where's the poll? Let's have a look at the poll. Because remember, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good, informative time. Let's have a look at the poll. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There it is. Do you believe that high-powered secret societies exist? Yes. 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 Okay. Something I forgot to do. Let me do it right now. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of things that I need to do right now. So entertain yourselves. Put your comments in the comment section for around 30 seconds while I check a couple of things, do a couple of things. Let's have a look at this thing here. Okay. 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 Boom. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. I need to share this out on social media while I remember, while we're here. While we're here. Boom, boom, boom. And in comes the man like the Leon Figures. Leon Figures, how do you do?
I'm good, Mr. Dawkins. How are you?
I'm real good. I'm real good. We're doing an unusual one, but remember, it's the wrap up, tap up, wrap up show. So in the description box, it says where we talk about anything.
Yes, I mean this first one when the undercover police officer broke into his house.
Yeah.
I think if you look under the legal term, I think reasonable force is what they use, but whether it's
shanking up somebody 10 times.
Yeah, whether the force is
10 times. I don't think that's reasonable force.
No, I don't think it's reasonable force either, but I do still think you are defending yourself because somebody's come into your home. Like I've always said, if you follow somebody into their house, you have to be prepared to fight to the death because where else can you run?
Yes.
If I run to my home for safety,
yes,
somebody follows me here, I'm going to stand and I'm going to fight. And if it's, 2 man enter, 1 man leave, I'm going to do all I can to make sure I'm the only man.
For real.
So it's if you go into someone's house, that's why I've never understood people that like to burgle. I'm like, you're stepping into suckers, you're going to go into the wrong person's house.
Yes, I agree.
So I mean, I never when I originally put the whole self-defense, I never knew you'd stabbed him 10 times, but even so, if you don't, he wasn't if road rage, you lose in a fight, you run to your car, pick up a weapon, you're a coward. Yeah. You get what I mean? If you're having a straightener over an argument in the road, if you lose, you lose. That's the whole point of a straightener.
Yeah,
let's settle this with our fists. It's never been about if you lose and then take. I mean, I was talking to my cousin about that, and he was saying that one guy that even if he was having a straightener, he'd beat them with his fists, then pull out a bloody knife, and then bloody stab them in the leg. And I was like, that's just evil. Like,
yeah.
He was like saying, he's like saying, I can still physically dominate you without it, but I'm still going to do this anyway because I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what to describe the guy as.
It's definitely somebody who likes to send out a statement. Definitely somebody who likes to send out a statement. How long ago was this? Has he calmed down since? Is this recent or?
No. The conversation was recent, but I don't know whether how long ago the incident was. Right. I just assumed it was a long time ago. I just like to assume that that's not what middle-aged men are still doing.
For real. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. But hold on a sec. What am I doing? I'm writing up the thumbnail for this thing. So it's Clint Eastwood, Kenneth Noye, N-O-Y-Y-E, Kenneth, no, not Moy, Noye. Kenneth Noye. Yeah, Clint Eastwood, Kenneth Noye. Who else have we talked about? Clint Eastwood, Kenneth Noye. We'll leave it at that for the time being because those are the ones I might tap it up. Well, we're definitely going to talk about Tyson in a second or two. Tyson Fury. Fury, R-Y, Tyson Fury. I'm going to leave them as the 3 hashtags for the time being. I can amend them after the show, but I forgot to I forgot to put this out on social media. I don't know how much of an effect it has, but that's the protocol. So I will follow the protocol and I will share it on social media. People say that they did a labor of love for years without much recompense. But then eventually the time came when it was paying for itself. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I kind of regard this. Come join us. Come join us. Come join us. Discuss. PPV Chisora Price Outrage, the wrap up, tap up, wrap up show where we talk about anything. Where we talk about everything. Everything. Okay, I think that's good. Let me post that. Yeah, so Noye, I think you went over the top. I think you are. My position is, I think you are entitled, in my view. I remember this cat who had a shotgun and he shot an intruder into his home. Now, if you're in America, that's all cool in the game. We're over in England. It's kind of.
Was this the farmer?
Yeah. The farmer.
You set traps and shot them in the back. Bird in his ass.
That's the farmer who set traps, and he had some intruders come on his property, in his home. No, they were definitely shot on his property, so they were definitely there. There ain't no reputedly about it.
No, repeatedly. He had been burgled many times.
So. Sorry. Yeah, he had repeatedly been burgled, and people had come onto his property. And one adult guy and a teenage guy, I think he could have been 15 or something, and he shot both of them. And they dived out the window, and the young boy died. And then he got sent to jail for murder, and he caused an outrage. In the UK. A lot of people were saying, hold on a second, you're allowed to defend an Englishman's home as his castle. Later on, but he was sentenced and jailed and convicted of murder. But later on, he appealed and they gave him a lesser sentence. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is what I mean about the law. There's what's legal and what's right.
Yeah.
And legally, kennethnoye, that wouldn't be classed as self-defense because he didn't use reasonable force. You got two dogs.
Yeah.
You didn't need to pick up a knife.
Well, even if you did pick up a knife, I mean, shanking the man 10 times, that's a bit outrageous.
Yeah, but it's still, yes, it's that's, but at the same time, I still think you're defending yourself. Your back's against the wall, you're at home. Mm-hmm. So I disagree. That's my point. I disagree with the law. But yeah, in the law, you are correct.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been found. But then that's why we have a jury, because it's 12 of your peers, and you're hoping that they will think, well, forget the law. I think that this is, I think that this was acceptable. Someone broken into his house.
Yeah.
And if I was on the jury, I would have voted innocent.
Innocent, even though he shanked the man 10 times.
Yeah. And if I would have voted innocent if he'd done it 50, because he broke into his house.
50. Iron Kong, our man in the Caribbean. I don't know if you're keeping up with what we're talking about. It's the wrap up. It's the wrap up.
Peace, Mr. Rafi of Darkins Store, the great figures in the house. I listening. I hear navigating the treacherous waters of reactivating my online banking accounts. One of the most frustrating things I ever had to do.
Yeah.
So I hear listening, and we talking about secret societies, man getting chopped up in people's house, all kind of things happening in the UK. Go ahead.
Well, this guy here, kennethnoye, I mean, as far as the secret societies are concerned, I mean, Hello and welcome anybody who don't know. This is the Wrap Up, Tap Up, Brap Up show where we have remit to talk about any and anything. And the conversation has led to secret societies. Secret societies, I thought, is the poll. The poll is up in there. Do you believe that secret societies exist? The poll is up there. Where's the poll? I think, yeah, there it is. For you to take your votes. Some people don't believe that secret societies exist, and it's reflected there. Some people say no, they don't. But the, what do you call them? The Masons, the Freemasons, they certainly do exist. There are something of a secret society, and Kenneth Noye is reputedly a long-standing member of a secret of the Freemasons, and he's also reputed to have friends in high places, in the police, in the judicial system, in the CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, and it is reputed that these connections have helped him evade many a prosecution. And he's got away. He's reputed to literally have got away with murder, because what he did to that policeman, even though it was on his own property, to me, it was murder. I mean, the self-defense, yeah. I mean, the geezer, the farmer who shot the intruders, I don't really have a problem with that. The young lad died. I don't really have a problem with that. He was intruding, and he shot him once, but he didn't repeatedly shoot him. This guy repeatedly attacked. Yeah.
But Ruffy, he set traps, he hid, and shot them in the back.
Yes.
It wasn't in he knew they were there. He knew they were coming.
No, he didn't know they were coming. He knew they were there.
Because he waited and he set traps.
No, hold on a second. I watched the documentary on this the other day. He was up in his bedroom. He did set traps, but they didn't know the day they were coming. He didn't know.
He had the traps waiting. Yeah,
he had the traps waiting. The traps didn't deter them because they got through his window.
This is my moment.
He got through his window. He heard them, and then he loaded his shotgun, and he went downstairs, and he shot them one after the other. But
didn't he set traps so that when they tried to run?
I don't know. That wasn't covered in the documentary. I don't know nothing about no traps.
Oh, okay.
There was nothing talked about it, and no traps. There was no.
I might be wrong then. I might be misrepresenting.
No, you might be right. But there could have been traps, but there could have been more so. I don't know, like a string that would trigger a noise that would alert him.
It's interesting though that you agree with him setting traps and shooting somebody in the back. Yeah,
because he wasn't repeated. It wasn't repeated. You didn't shoot them once, then twice.
Well, shotgun, multiple bullets, isn't it? Shotguns.
Yes, multiple bullets, but it's one attack. It's one attack. This guy here on the screen, he shanked the man 10 times. He shanked the copper 10 times. How many times do you need to shank somebody till you don't feel scared anymore? Plus you got
how many pieces does a shell separate into once it's shot from a shotgun?
I don't know. But the point is, he did it repeatedly. This cat here did it repeatedly. I mean, there's got to come a point where you don't feel scared anymore.
All right, Rafi, I'd rather take on somebody with a knife than with a shotgun. But you think the shotgun is more reasonable defense than the knife?
Well,
this is interesting. This is interesting.
Well, it's not. Well, my point is that if you shoot somebody one time and leave it, and that's done. That's you defended yourself, yeah. But my man here, he's gone in like 10 times.
It's a vote. Would you rather be stabbed 10 times or shot with a shotgun once?
Well, I mean, the geezer died. You got shot. You got shanked 10 times. You're dead.
Well, that's true. One of them survived, didn't he?
Yeah, one of the geezers survived. One geezer survived from the shotgun, and the other geezer didn't.
The farmer's upset. Is that upset he never got on both?
I mean, personally, I just stay off people. Don't go onto people's property, after dark, unauthorized.
That's my exact view.
Well,
otherwise you might get shot or stabbed multiple times if you're a police officer.
If you're a police officer, I think it's slightly. I think it's. I don't think you should be shanked 10 times if you're a cop.
Well, I don't know you're a police officer. If you're coming in without a warrant and you're trying to do some undercover stuff to check my internet, whatever you want to do, whatever crime you think I'm committing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know that. If I hear a noise at night,
yeah,
I go out and I investigate and I'm ready.
Yeah, for real. Well,
you're in battle mode.
Yeah. I mean, are you going to be? Anyway,
I wouldn't, because I'm not a member of secret society, and I'd be scared that I'd be found guilty. To be honest, I would stick to the reasonable force. I would,
Yeah, reasonable force and
shanking. If I went overboard, I'd maybe scream out, "Get back, get back," so that the neighbours can say, "Oh no, I heard him say get back," even though the person's on the floor taking a beating.
Yeah, well,
I'd be saying he kept coming at me.
Get on the ground. You get on the ground. Get on the ground. If you say get on the ground, like I'm pretty sure Kenneth Noye here, just in case Kang doesn't know, Kenneth Noye went on Kenneth Noye was a high earning criminal. He was involved in melting the gold from a 93 million pound heist. That's what it would be today's equivalent money. 93 million pounds worth of gold, diamond, jewels, and money. He was involved in melting the gold, so he got a good few million out of that job. High profile, high earning criminal. The killing of the police officer who was on his grounds doing undercover work. That was connected. That police officer was trying to get some intel after the Brinks Matt job. That's the gold bullion job. And then this guy got found not guilty for killing the cop. He was deemed self-defense and reasonable force, but he was found guilty of the stealing the money. Smelting the gold, or some of the gold. And he got, 10, 15 years for that. Fine. He comes out for a few years and gets into an altercation with somebody, takes issue with somebody's driving, gets out of his car, approaches the vehicle. The geezer in the car, the young lad in the car, he's 21, 22, 23. He gets out. It was his girlfriend who was driving. Kenny Noye initiates some violence, but then the young lad gets the better of him and he starts getting the better of the fight. Kenny Noye withdraws, walks to his car, grabs a big long knife, goes back to the geezer, shanks him, kills him, walks off, smiles to a lorry driver as he walks off, as if to say, "Yeah, I did him," gets in his car and disappears. Eventually disappears to Spain, Marbella, I believe. And eventually, after 2 years, I believe, he's caught. He's apprehended. Tries to fight extradition for a year or so. Eventually, he gets sent back to England, where he serves about 10, 15 years again.
For one moment of a lack of self-control.
No, not one moment of lack of self-control. It's a repeated behavior. It's 2 people he's killed now. 2 people he's killed now. One time could be an accident, 2 times is a habit. Hold on a second. I'm putting this to Kang just so he's in the picture. So
okay.
This is the man you're looking at now. This is Kenny Noye. That's a 15-year-old, 20-year-old picture. It looks a bit older now, but this is the cat. So I don't even know what my question is. He's in some secret societies. I don't even know what my question is. What do you think about the first incident? The first incident in his home when he shanks up the cop for 10 times. 10 times.
He shanked up a cop?
Yeah, the policeman.
Did he know he was a policeman?
Well, the policeman was on his grounds. Yeah, the mansion. Policeman was on his grounds after dark. Noye had 2 Rottweilers who detected the cop.
Yeah, I hear that. So the cop identified himself, showed some sort of identification?
Well, I think the cop would have said, "I'm a police officer."
But you could say anything. I mean, if you are in my place, you could say anything.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Well, he would have said he's a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he shanked him 10 times anyway.
Listen,
Some people don't like the police.
If you go in somebody's place, dark night, whatever,
yeah,
and you could just say, hey, I's a police, open the door. But no, it's gonna be a problem. So maybe the guy feel like, this is a. Did I hear you say that he was burgled already? Is this the guy that was burgled already?
No. That's a different story. No, that's a different story.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. But in terms of the secret society,
yeah,
of course they exist. As somebody that does history and whatnot,
yeah,
they exist in Western Africa, Eastern Africa, Nile Valley civilizations. A lot of them were religious organizations. A lot of them were men's organizations. Any out of recent West African extract, you figures? I know Rafi's a Jamaican.
Yeah.
You figures? You're people from the continent directly recently or no?
Maternal is St. Lucia and paternal is Montserrat.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure going further back.
No. I mean like recent. Of course, we are African people, but come on. Anyway, no. So you have the Ekpe Society in I think it's Nigeria, the Leopard Men Society in Sierra Leone. You have the Ogboni. These are all secret societies of different extracts. Some of them were religious. Some of them were based on your class in society. Some of them were based on just violence. So secret societies have always existed at some point. People of like mind, people of like class tend to come together to relate with each other. And once people of a certain class get together, especially if you're a so-called elite class, you're able to make certain decisions that affect other people. And you don't allow anybody else in. So then it becomes a secret society.
Right.
Even if it's not some official. In terms of Freemasonry, my grandfather was a Mason. I was actually supposed to become a Mason.
Okay.
But it didn't happen for me.
Right.
So I know quite a few people who are Masons. It's not they're not exactly secret. You can join. Like for instance, there's a Prince Hall Masons in America, which was basically a black version of the Masons.
Okay.
So they exist. Of course, you have societies basically being formed in political circles. Where certain countries get together, click up in unofficial alliances to make decisions that will affect other people. So of course, there's always secret societies. People come together to do things. If we're talking more stuff of the occult, then okay, you could. I just told you about some that were based on religious sects. In Africa, you have some over here in the Western world that are based on religious principles. So, they exist, of course. But a secret society doesn't always mean like, it's something that is untoward. It's just that maybe it's not for the public. It's just a group of people. And what we do is private to us, unless you become a member. You know what I mean? So it's not, of course they exist. If we talk about the more sinister types, of course there's sinister stuff. You spoke about the guy who quote unquote hung himself in the cell, quote unquote. As you say, he got himself around very powerful people and made sure he kept a record and kept evidence. So, he thought that would be his saving grace if it ever came down on him. It wasn't. Actually, it was his death sentence because a lot of powerful people were going to be incriminated.
Yes.
And they just decided to, somehow make this good gentleman suicide himself.
Well,
he just happened to, he was cool one day and then all of a sudden, no video records, no video, nothing, and he's hanging. So You know, of course they exist. Yes.
Well, I'm saying with that fella there, I'm saying the guy who suicided himself. I'm saying with that fella there, I'm saying that he was working for Israeli secret services. I'm saying he was working for Mossad. I'm saying that his house. I'm saying that the $60-odd million house that he had by New York Central Park. I'm saying that was provided to him by Wexler, by a fella called Wexler, who is the Jewish fella who owns, amongst other large companies, Victoria's Secrets. I'm saying that the fella in question who suicided himself, I'm saying that this cat was working on behalf of the Israeli secret organization called Mossad, who like to have dirt on influential people so that they can call in favors as and when they deem it appropriate.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. That's why you find that certain people who have certain control in certain places all were in this little book he had.
Right.
And there's a reason he kept the names, because he thought that would have saved him. Nope. You solved your purpose, and that was it.
Yes.
You know, and all of a sudden you end up with a bruised neck.
Well, and
you know what I'm saying?
he was engaged. He was engaged in a relationship with a lady by the name of Maxwell, and her father was a British mogul, a tycoon, Robert Maxwell, publishing tycoon, and he himself was X'd out. He himself was working for the Israeli secret services. He's a Jewish fellow, and his allegiance was with Israel, and he offered his services to them, was working with them, but he got into financial struggles and strife, and at some point, he wanted money. He said, well, I've done this for you, and now I'm X amount of millions in the hole, and I want you to give me a large sum of money. Well, those secret services don't like blackmail when it's directed at them. And I said, okay, we'll get your boat out to the Mediterranean, and we'll meet you at such and such coordinates, such and such a night. And he was never seen again. Well, he was seen again, but he was floating in the Aegean Sea.
Aegean Sea.
Not necessarily the Aegean, I can't remember. He was floating in the water. You put
him in the Thames?
No. He was out there in the Mediterranean. He was out there in the Mediterranean. He was on his boat. The story was he'd fallen off his boat.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this man who been on the boat all the time just happened to stumble off this boat.
Yeah.
He
just fell off. He just fell off his boat. Of course, he was taken care of by the secret services, Mossad. There he is in all his splendor. He robbed his workers of their pension funds.
Wicked man.
Yeah, very wicked. There is his wife. I think he had nine children. And there is Ghislaine, and that interestingly, that was the name of the boat that Robert was on. I think it's his youngest daughter, youngest child. That was the name of the boat that he was on out there in the Mediterranean when he met his end. The Ghislaine, the lady Ghislaine, I think the name of the boat was. And there she is, Ghislaine, who is now, of course, in prison, serving, I think 10 years But then I seen a comment. Hold on, how come she's doing 10 years and Kelly's doing 30?
Yeah, well, like
So
Rafi, as a side note, I used to have a crush on a girl in school named Ghislaine, right?
well,
But I'm glad it didn't work out because no, not because of, but because she lost a lot of weight since she got aged, but her head hasn't lost weight. She always had like a big head.
lollipop head.
Because she was like, her body matched the head.
Yeah.
I guess she got on a serious health tip and she lost a lot of weight, but her head is still the same size.
Oh Lord.
So I'm grateful.
Yeah.
That I didn't fall into that trap. And now knowing about this other Ghislaine person, because these are the only two people I know named Ghislaine.
I've never known one. I've never known another Ghislaine.
Just these two people. And I'm glad she still got the same big head. And I'm like, damn, just glad it didn't work out. There was another ex of mine who also had a big face.
Oh gosh.
Her face got bigger when she got pregnant for another guy.
Oh no.
And Rafi, sometimes you just gotta be thankful for the relationship that didn't work out.
Yes.
You're like, but yes. I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad me and you ain't work out, but that's it. Go ahead, Rafi. My bad.
Yeah. You dodged a couple of bullets there. I remember as a young boy, I used to go to church, and there was a girl called Angela. Nothing to do with Ghislaine, but if we're talking about things that we think about now, when you meet the girl years later, and she was always an attractive girl, Angela, but she was aloof. Aloof is the word I would use. Aloof. She was aloof. You couldn't connect. She'd say hello to you, but she'd never make eye contact. So it was all right. There's Angela. Aloof. And then years later, come to now, present day. Years later, we kind of. I'd see her around through the years, but then years later, it was a summer. It was a summer evening, and I was just chatting with a friend of mine who runs a market store. And then Angela, same Angela, who's always aloof. I've known her from my childhood, always aloof. Never made eye contact. You're just like, oh, there's Angela, whatever. Angela changed. And it was all rough. And she was gushing. She was gushing. The old aloof Angela was no more. Now she's gushing. Oh, Raph. And then she just gave me this hug. She never used to hug me before. She gave me this hug. And then all of a sudden, the first thing that came into my head was, good Lord, I never realized Angela's breasts were so large.
Ding dong.
I never realized. I could just feel these big breasts pushing into me. And the only thing I could think of was, my goodness, I never realized Angela's breasts were so large. And it was like she was pushing them into me on purpose. They were like, I couldn't focus on anything else but the size, the thickness, they seemed like the density of the breast pushing into me. And that's Angela. I don't know how this connects with that, but you were reminiscing, and I've been reminiscing about Angela. Every time I meet her, she just pushes the breasts that I didn't realize she had. I guess she must have disguised them with her clothes, but I didn't realize she had them until she started. Of late, these last few years, she just pushes her breasts into me. They're so heavy and dense. You know what I mean? They're quality breasts. They're not light and fluffy. They're dense, and she just pushes them into me. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I think we're talking about how people change.
Yes.
I think that's what it is, because I was just thinking about it. Even just today, earlier on today, I was thinking about Angela and how she changed. She went from aloof to, oh, there's Angela. She don't make eye contact. She says hello without looking at you. Whatever. Yeah, hello, Angela. To now, personality just totally changed. Now she's just in gushing, eye contact, gushing. How are you? Breasts pushed into me.
God, I must
Are you gonna make the move, Rafi? Are you gonna make the move?
There's a lot of years have gone under the bridge, and you know, Rafi's aged better than the women of his age. So the legs, the bottom half don't match the top half. The legs have withered. The legs have withered. They're no legs. And if anybody knows Rafi knows that he values the thickness of a leg. I like a thick leg. You know, I don't like withered legs. I don't like withered legs. I don't like stick legs. I like thickness. I like meatiness. I like denseness in the leg. So we're dealing with some atrophied legs, but the top half is very good. He's very good. The bottom half is not to Rafi's taste. But as a person, no, I just enjoy her as a person. I just enjoy her. I enjoy her. I enjoy her personality as it is now, not before, but now it's very delightful. And she can keep on pushing them breasts into me, but that's as far as we're gonna go. Because I'm not a fan of the withered legs at all. You know what I'm saying? Gotta maintain that density in the legs. Gotta do them squats, gotta do them lunges. Even if it's just riding a push bike, that will keep the density there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the muscle tone. You gotta keep some density in the leg. For me, as a woman, I've never been into women with thin legs. Never.
Look like a wisdom tooth. You know, the tooth roots and a big, upper body.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not
like SpongeBob, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into them stick legs at all. No. But
you're a man who go gym and watch the woman and do squats and so.
Yes.
You know, I'm man for the man.
No. It's not good for me. It's not good for me.
No.
Because also, when a person loses that density in the leg, it's a lack of muscle tone. You know, it's deterioration. It's not good. You want to keep your legs thick. You want to keep them thick. Thick legs is good. When they're withering away, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Just do some leg extensions. Do some kind of squats. Just even body weight squats. Even if you have what you call them balls, them Swiss balls, the inflatable balls. Even if you just roll, place that on the small of your back and just do squats against the wall with them. That'll keep some density in the legs, because as you age, you want to keep the density. You don't want them things withering away on you. You know what I'm saying? And them things have withered away on her. She obviously not taking care of herself properly. She don't understand the importance of maintaining some leg thickness, muscle tone. Because one day she's gonna realize, hey, heavy on top, but nothing down the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it's just purely, I just enjoy her personality. I enjoy the hugs, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? I just like a woman who maintains thickness in the leg. I mean, even I'm conscious of that. Even I'm conscious of maintaining thickness, in the leg. So yeah, I just enjoy her as it is, personality wise, great personality. I just enjoy that. She's top heavy. The balance ain't there. I mean, she comes from a big family of sisters. I mean, the other sisters, I think they're on it. There's about 3 other sisters that I can think of, but she just let her legs go. That's unfortunate. But everybody who's in here, there is a poll. Hit the poll. I don't even know. I mean, we can talk about some boxing real quick. I mean, more so top heavy, yeah. TKO up in the building.
I mean, if we're talking about boxing, what y'all think about? I mean, well, y'all are Brits.
Yeah.
The Eubank Jr. Liam Smith pay-per-view on Sky is gonna be. I mean, is that a pay-per-view fight in England?
Is he going to be pay-per-view?
Yeah, it says Sky Sports box office. I was like, pay-per-view.
No.
No, not to me. Not to me. That ain't no pay-per-view. Why would that be a pay-per-view? Not to me.
It's a good fight, but not pay-per-view.
Yeah. It's a good fight, but it's not pay-per-view. Why would it be pay-per-view? Is either of them a champion? Are either of them champions? No.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, pay-per-view for real? I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe in England, Liam Smith is bigger than I thought. I thought Liam was kind of more like a solid B fighter, not pay-per-view, unless it's against someone who is a pay-per-view fighter. But Eubank Jr. by himself ain't no pay-per-view guy. Eubank Jr. needs somebody else to be pay-per-view. But maybe they have to pay him a certain amount, so they work out he has to be pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's the PBC model. They need to pay these cats a certain amount, so it's going to have to be pay-per-view. But no, that's not pay-per-view for me. I think it's going to be a good fight. But it's not pay-per-view. No way, no how. I don't fall into my criteria of what a pay-per-view is. No way, no how. It's unfortunate that they're making it a pay-per-view. I mean, I'm going to have to send Jeeves up on the roof again.
I mean, that's what I saw. I mean, maybe it'll change, but from the initial post that I saw is box office. Maybe I don't know. Yes, Sky Sports box office, but maybe that will change. Maybe they'll say it's no longer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the way things are going. It's the way things are going. But no, I won't be supporting that. I won't be supporting that pay-per-view. It's going to be Jeeves up on the roof. I'm talking about pay-per-views. I don't know if you got cats have seen my video, but covers the fact that this is going to be the Fury Chisora fight is going to be the most expensive Tyson Fury PPV that BT has ever shown. It's going to be $26.95. That's up from 25 pounds. It's going to be 2 pounds more than his fights with Wilder, and his last fight with Dillian White.
You know, it's interesting. I think it was with Anthony Joshua that it went to $25 or something like that?
$24.99.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was this big uproar. Eddie Hearn is greedy.
Yeah.
You know, he just, he's gouging the fans. What about the fans? And all this. Led by people like Frank Warren and Tyson Fury and these people. No, Tyson Fury now has an even bigger pay-per-view price. I mean,
for what? Why?
For a fight that absolutely no one was asking for. I still don't know what the Dillian White fight did. Now you're asking more from people to fight someone who Dillian White beat twice.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how much money exactly is Tyson Fury asking from these people to fight.
Yeah. That's crazy, yo. Crazy, absolutely crazy. How can you do that with a straight face as well? How can Fury do that with a straight face? Has he built the homes for the homeless yet? Maybe that's it. Maybe he wants extra money so he can build homes for the homeless.
I mean, possible. Maybe he and John Fury, would be out there laying bricks with their shorts off and all this other kind of stuff. Maybe give Huey a job because Huey boxing career looked like he over. Yeah. So Huey might need a job. So maybe he could build a couple estate.
Yeah.
For the poor and needy. But no, I mean it was just eyebrow raising to me that when other people do this, and I don't think Josh was actually involved in a fight, which was a big fight.
Yeah.
This is not a big fight.
No.
It's just interesting to me. I would like to know the science behind it because we still don't know if the Dillian White pay-per-view was profitable. So I guess that I was guessing they was going to probably make it up by gate revenue, but according to what Tyson Fury is asking for, the gate revenue might not be enough. So now you have to ask people to crowdfund the fight. And
Is
I'm
it
just
$26.95 roughly?
Yep.
I mean, I'll leave it to you and figures to explain it to me. So I don't understand. Again, me in England, so maybe I might not know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Well, figures.
Making the notoriety he's had with being the innocent one in the Conor Ben, where that fight got cancelled. His name's heavily in the boxing circles, and more importantly, people that pay pay-per-views, the non-boxing circles. So I think they're just trying to milk it.
Who's that? Fury?
Boxer Sky. With
you mean the Eubank fight?
Yes, the Eubank.
Okay. Go ahead. My bad.
So
you're saying they're hoping they get a little spill off from the controversy with Conor Ben.
The controversy was huge. It went beyond boxing. It was a big story in the UK. And
sure. I mean, that was a big story everywhere. I mean, yeah, that was a big story. Once you follow any kind of boxing or whatever, and I know in the UK that was a huge thing. So, you think it would pay off for them, though?
Nope.
I think it will, because there's so many people that don't follow boxing now know about Eubanks, or he's been fresh in their minds, and the fight. I think it will. I think they will make a success of it, because we wasn't expecting much in the UK from Amir Khan and Kell Brook, and that did really well.
No. Come on now, Amir Khan, Kell Brook. Yeah, I admit I was one of the people who was dismissive of it coming so late. But by the time it actually came around, I was excited. That fight is on nowhere near the level. I'm not suggesting that you're saying it is, but that fight there was nowhere near the level of this. That was something that we'd wanted to see for years, for a decade. That was a fight Brook Khan was someone to see for a decade, and Khan was always wiggling out of it. And when Khan saw that Brook lost to Crawford in less time than it took, Crawford beat Brook quicker than he beat Khan. Remember? And Khan took courage from that. And then Khan said, "Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight now. Actually, yeah, I think we could actually do this fight now. Yeah, I think it's a good time. You know, we can both we're both ready for this fight now. Yeah. I think it's a good fight." And he got battered. And there's very few times I've been more happy. I've been happier fight-wise than seeing Khan backstage walking towards, he had to walk through some car parks, and there was, the back way, some St. John's ambulance he had to walk past. And I've rarely seen a boxer so nervous. Khan looked like he was walking to the gallows. I have seldom been happier seeing a cat walking to the ring, looking the way Khan looked. He looked like he was walking to the gallows, mate. And that was, in the end, it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful night. I enjoyed every second of the fight. It was beautiful. This Brook versus Smith, in no way, shape, or form should it be a PPV. It's not even a fight that I'm particularly looking forward to either. It's, Smith has the personality of a cardboard, of a cornflakes packet. You know what I'm saying? The cardboard cornflakes packet. That's the personality he's got. Liam Smith, we're talking Liam Smith, aren't we? No, absolutely no. Just no. Wrong. Not bothered. Not bothered. Not bothered. Just not bothered. I'm not bothered. Not bothered about it. CBA can't be asked. Can't be asked.
Well, they say box office, bro. We'll see. I mean, I always thought of Liam Smith to be just a solid B-level guy. Chris Eubank maybe figures is right. Maybe the whole Conor Ben thing will push this. Maybe Sky will play it up. Also, what is this rumor about Adam Smith leaving Sky?
What? I ain't heard that rumor. Is it?
I'm seeing that on on Twitter. I'm like, Adam Smith. What's happening with Adam Smith?
Adam Smith leaving Sky? That seems absurd to me. I mean, but anything's possible. Let me pull that up. Adam Smith. Adam Smith leaving Sky. Let's have a look if anything's up on that at the moment.
No, it's just like if you go on Twitter and you look for Adam Smith Sky,
yeah,
and type in you see that one like, is this a joke? What's this? What happened with Adam Smith?
Yeah, I think it's a joke. I don't see anything in the official media to support that hypothesis. Not to say it's incorrect; it could be correct, and it just hasn't reached legitimate sources. I see a little thing here. Adam Smith leaving Sky Boxing, bitches. Says DO5, and then DO5 is some guy on some forum, and he says, "I am my own source." Great news. So seems like it's some kind of, what is it, trolling?
It just seemed odd. Like, why is this? Why is this all of a sudden Trent Adam Smith leaving Sky? Anyway, hey, Rafi and figures, I got moving on.
Hey, I'm glad that you could make it on there to share your views, your thoughts, your observations, and indeed some of your insights on the secret societies. Do you watch soccer? Do you watch football? Do you watch soccer?
Yeah, I watch football, but for some reason, this World Cup being blocked in my region.
Oh no.
Man, I understand what's going on with this World Cup here. I gotta go to all kind of
VPN
alternate unsavory avenues.
Oh man.
To watch a little World Cup football.
Crazy.
And it's like, yo, what really going on in this place, man?
You gotta be a technical wizard just to watch the damn World Cup.
Watch a couple of man kick a ball. I mean, what is?
That's mad. Anyway, Brazil played good the second half.
When England play?
England playing tomorrow. Hold on a second. I got the details here. I hope I didn't close it. Oh, I got the details right here. So England Thursday, Friday. I could actually pull this up. Let me share this with y'all. Friday, screen share. Thank you. World Cup dates. Let me make this a bit bigger so everybody can see. So Friday the 25th of November, Wales are playing Iran. That's Philip Carl Roberts' country playing Iran, who England played the other day. That's a 10 a.m. kickoff. Philip Carl Roberts, 10 a.m. kickoff. Set your alarm. And England, Group B, are playing USA, and that's a 7 p.m. kickoff. So Rafi might have a cognac.
USA versus England thing.
7 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh no, man! England is a team that you always expect them to do better, somewhat better, but they just never deliver.
Well,
I don't understand.
Yeah. Well,
them and Holland, to me, are two teams that you always think about, they're gonna do real well this World Cup, and then
You have high hopes. You have high
Yeah.
hopes. And then they so often disappoint.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But anyway.
Well, you know, one day, maybe, one day, maybe
England
one.
should beat up this USA. This USA team are mental midgets. They were playing Wales. The other day had Wales 1-0, and this idiot boy done slide tackle a Wales man in the box.
Oh.
You got to be an idiot.
Crazy.
And then like, no, that's not a foul. He fell down. Yeah, he fell down. That's what football do. You fall in the box.
Fall down in the box. That's a penalty. That's how
penalty.
That's how it works.
Idiot boy. Anyway.
But hopefully you can get your issues with the world not viewing the World Cup resolved. Hopefully, some way, somehow, maybe. Hopefully.
Well, that's all right, Rafi. You know, it don't really matter to me. Say it's ain't playing, so who cares, man.
Play. Okay, and that was the Iron Kong 26 who took time out of his day to come and join us, and we appreciate that, the Iron Kong. And then there were two. Germany were more interested in protesting about same-sex relationship hypocrites. So listen, that brigade over there, they stole the rainbow from the kids. I was gonna put up a rainbow in the thumbnail. I was gonna put rainbow, the children's program back in the day. Stole the rainbow from the kids, and now they got this one love slogan. And once again they're thieving. And you know how much Rafi hates these intellectual thieves, stealing people's ideas. Rafi hates that. So now they're trying to steal one love stemming from the Jamaica, stemming from the reggae music, sung about by the Bob Marley. So now they're trying to misappropriate that. Now they're trying to claim that for them. I just wish that brigade would stop stealing other people's ideas. I just wish they would stop stealing other people's ideas. Stop stealing. Give the rainbow back to the children. You stole it from the children. Give it back to the children. Stop trying to steal one love from Jamaica, from the reggae music, from the Rasta. Misappropriating other people's ideas for your own benefits. Stop stealing. Create your own shizzle. Don't be known as thieves. You know what I'm saying? Cut that crapola out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Liam Figures? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Hit all of the good buttons. It's approaching the midnight hour. Rafi's already gone overtime. We've already done overtime. Okay, people eventually got with the program, got with the poll. And the question was, let's get it up in here. Do you believe that high-powered secret societies exist? 91% of respondents said yes. 8% of respondents said no. 0 were not sure. 90% of respondents, 91% of respondents said yes, they do believe in secret societies. Create, don't pirate. The night is still young for you. It ain't young for me. Rafi got his late night snack. And then bed. And then work in the morning. So it certainly ain't young. Not for me.
What are you snacking on, Mr. Dawkins?
I got some fish and I got some coleslaw. And probably put some baked beans on that too. It's going to be a rich, creamy affair with the coleslaw and the baked beans on the fish, on the cod. So I had something to eat when I got in, but I was tired. So I ate moderately. But I've got to finish off now. I needs me some fish. I needs me some fish. And I needs me them beans. And I needs me that coleslaw. It's not ideal eating directly before bed, but Rafi likes to keep his protein content up. We got to keep that lean tissue. We don't want to be like Angela. We don't want to wither away. We don't want that lean tissue withering away. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, children are dying in Yemen, Ukraine, Africa. Instead, they use their energy. Instead of using their energy to stop war, kids dying, they're more worried about certain other things. Certain other things. They defo exist. They defo exist. Royalty won't be happy. Royalty, there's all kind of secret societies out there. All kind of secret societies out there. But we've gone way, way, way over into overtime. I'm going to have to fix up the thumbnail because we talked about other things more so than boxing tonight. And you know what? I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But let me have a look at the thumbnail. Let me have a look at the thumbnail. Let's share the thumbnail as we close this thing down. Close it down. Shut it down. And we see Tyson Fury. There we see. Hold on a second. Wasn't there something that Alan Smith leaving? No. Something that I wanted to get up, bring up. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Boom. 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 Okay. Who do you fancy between Zach Parker and Ryder? People. Who do you fancy between Zach Parker and Ryder?
I'm going for Parker. It's a Queensbury show. He'll be the home fighter. I think he's younger, just bigger. Well, everyone's bigger than John Ryder, but yeah, I'm just going for Parker to overpower him.
Yeah. How do I feel? Yeah, younger, bigger. Ryder still got a lot of fight in him, so Ryder could do it. Where I'm edging towards Parker. Switzerland, the home to many secret societies. Interesting. Interesting. Franklin was not scared or intimidated by Dillian. That's good. Hopefully, we're going to get a fight. We're going to get a nice fight. Of course, you know where to catch it. You know where to be. It's going to be on at the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio right here on Saturday. What time are you going to start? What time does the fight start? What time does the card start? Let's have a little looky. ring walking time, 10 p.m. So you got a nice couple of fights. Before that, I think you got, what's his name? Fabio Wardley versus Gorman, Nathan Gorman. And then you've got Denzel. Where's Bentley? You got Denzel Bentley against Eastern European cat whose name I forget. It's interesting. That's going to be an interesting fight too. That's going to be an interesting fight too. Fight needs to impress the show, but hey, folks, I've enjoyed tonight. I've enjoyed the fact that we talked about things other than boxing.
Me too. Thank you. Me too.
Are we going to do that more often? We're going to have a wrap-up, tap-up, wrap-up shows where boxing is very much a secondary concern. First and foremost, we're just gonna freestyle it. It's gonna be freestyle. I really enjoyed the show, and good of you all to take your time out to come over here. Everybody, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Share this shizzle on your social medias so that we can keep this train going. Remember, train don't run on empty air. We got to keep it. We got to keep feeding the train so we can keep the steam train running. And so at the very least, don't be afraid to share on your social medias. Don't be afraid to tell a friend, and they may tell another friend. That's how we feed. That's how we feed the beast. The rdcr. Leon Figures, thanks for joining me. You got any final words you'd care to share? Remember, folks, we're back on Saturday for the Dillian White card. Leon Figures.
Yeah, there's just the Dillian White looked like a fiery press conference. He seems like he's back in the old form. So I'm hoping we start to see some of the performances of when he was with Mark Tibbs.
Yeah.
Hope he's with Buddy McGurk. I'm expecting something exciting. He looks too big for Franklin, but let's see.
Let's see. And that was the Leon Figures. Leon, thanks for jumping on, mate. Much appreciated. And then there was one. I push this promoter. Hope he doesn't get cancelled. Oh dear. Train needs plenty of coal. Need plenty of coal. Need throw some coal in the engine. Coal in the engine. Throw some wood up in there. Throw some wood up in there. Well, I gotta watch out. Big Frank's uppercut. Yes. Thanks to everybody, one and all. Like I said, didn't talk boxing today that much, and I think that's for the best. You know, the Rafi like variety. The Rafi likes to mix and blend. And tonight was a nice mix and blend. And we're going to be doing more mixing and blending as we move on the Wednesday show or the Thursday show. Monday we'll keep it boxing dominant. And then we're going to have to come with a mix and blend. You know what I mean? The mix and blend. Okay. Catch you all Saturday for those of you who will be about for the Dillian White card. Should be interesting. This has been interesting. Thanks to everybody, the Iron Kong, the Leon Figures, and all of you cats who came in today. Hit all of the good buttons. And the only thing left for me to say is it's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. Don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio. We are out. Blessed.